Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Nostra Thomas, how you doing? How you doing? Andy's in the house. Good morning, brother. How you doing? A little bit of a choppy day in Bitcoin, huh? Wake up to some flash crashes, some liquidations. Just continuing to reaffirm what I say every day almost. Don't leverage trade Bitcoin. They're headhunting. It's easy money for the whales. Most of these leverage people, they're going to put on stop losses. Easy money, they see them. Let's dump it. Let's leverage short it, and let's trigger those stop losses. Let's liquidate. And do you really want to live like that? I just think about it, man. It's tough. Like if you're leveraging long Bitcoin, your whole life's just sitting there staring at this thing, man. You're a nervous wreck. You're probably trading money you can't afford to lose. It's a tough gig, man. That's why it's for the big boys. And that's why, like for me, I would look to do it from the short side most of the time. And that is simply, come on, Tom. Simply because I would want to hedge. And that's part of some exciting news to me anyway that kind of came across the board yesterday. Before we get into that, let's look at the stock market. The stock market's getting jiggy. I'm pretty excited about that. The bell's going to be in 3 minutes. I do want to go through my positions. Been neglecting the stock market a bit. I've been letting it kind of do its thing, kind of shaking out whatever it's going to do. I still don't really have a clear-cut opinion on which direction I think the stock market's going to go. If I had to guess, my guess is bottoms, short-term bottoms may be in. I've kind of mentioned people are looking to get out there and spend that money. The weather's getting nice. Vaccines are rolling out. More stimulus packages, kick the can down the road. This whole hedge fund being blown up has caused a bit of a wrinkle. But all in all, even the market spinning sideways for the next year, for years, wouldn't be out of the question as we look at the chart. Right? And there's plenty of ways to make money in the stock market if it spins sideways or it trickles down. And we do that through options. It's how I like to trade. And in fact, I mix that with also how I trade cryptocurrency, buy and hold, right? So you can mix and match the strategies. But it's very, very easy to learn how to trade options the correct way. It's not that difficult. You just put in a little bit of time. And then you just start practicing it with small accounts. You start doing put credit spreads. If you're bullish, call credit spreads. If you're bearish, you start getting into, some strangles or some iron condors for protection. We go through this stuff all the time. And it's easy to scale that as your account grows. Like that's one of the problems that's hard for people to figure out is if they're successful, how to scale their accounts. And if you do it with options, it's pretty easy. It's a very efficient use of capital. And if there's huge market moves one way or the other, you've only got 20, 30% of your capital at risk, right? And then you can, like I said, mix and match that. If you get exposed to a stock position that you like because you shorted a put and it went against you and you wanted to take the stock, then that can become part of your core position. So we got about 1 minute to the stock market opens. I do want to go through my position, see how we're doing. The NASDAQ is up. It's looking pretty strong this morning, but that could turn on a dime. We all know how that goes. So the NASDAQ's currently up 90 points. Looks like the bell just rang. The E-mini S&P futures, where are we at? It's up about 10 points. Gold's up $1.70. Oh, gold's down below 1,700, man. The gold is just. I started shorting gold a bit too early, and I should have kept that one on. But I don't really feel like getting back onto that freight train. All right, so Tesla's up $10, up $1,000. Oh, that's in the IRA. So I do have 100 shares over there. I do have a put credit spread. Let's go through the positions really quick. This put credit spread is currently down about $20. We got 16 days to go. I typically like closing out my options plays about the 20 to 25 day mark. 16 days is getting really tight. We're starting We're exposing ourselves to gamma risk, but this is a defined risk trade. So if I feel like keeping it on, I know that my max loss would be whatever my credit was, which was $1.76 from $5. So max I can lose on this trade is about $325. Let's see if this can roll out. So we can roll this out for a credit, which is good. I'm going to roll this out a month. So I'm going to cancel that. And I'm going to roll this out because I'm still very bullish Tesla. I think Tesla is still hands down one, like I did a video, trade of the decade. This is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar company. I have zero plan of ever selling these 100 shares in my IRA. And then I'm just going to continue to, try and make some option plays to get a few shekels here and there. So I'm going to roll this out to 423. That's a month out. Oh, actually, that's only a week. So I can go a month out and get another 44-cent credit. So initially I got, what did I get? I got $1.76. I'm going to roll this out and then I'm going to get another, we'll say like 35-cent credit. So I'm going to add, so that means my max loss on this is just, we're going to shave about another 35 cents off my max loss. Let's see, I don't know that this is going to fit. We'll see how it, I'll put this at 36 and see if that fills. It's kind of bouncing around. I don't know where that's going to fill. I'm probably going to have to lower that. But, all right, there we go. Good deal. All right, so that filled. And one of the great things about Tastyworks is you can view your ongoing chain. So here it is right here over on the right side of your screen. Looks like some of that might be cut off a little bit. But I got $1.76. I rolled it out. I got another 36-cent credit. My average trade price is $2.12. It's $5 wide, meaning my max loss now is the $5 minus the $2.12, or $2.88. In the option world, that's $288. So the max I can lose on this is $288. I'm looking to get a 50% profit on it. So that should be, if I want to be true, would be about $1.06 is where I want to buy this back. So I'm going to put a code of cancel order in, and then greater than 50% chance of success on this, and I'm going to get 50% profit on it. So we're going to continue to let that one simmer. Again, this is a bullish play. In order for this to start losing money, Tesla pretty much has to be below $620 come May 21st. And as I said, I'm extremely bullish Tesla. This is the time to start nibbling if you have cash on the side and you're looking to get back into the stock market. This is the time to start nibbling. I'm not saying the crash is over. I'm not saying it can't get much worse. And I'm not a financial advisor. We all know this, but this is, things are looking attractive. For me, it's time to start putting on some possible long positions. I got Riot. I got 200 shares of Riot, a blockchain miner. Not really looking to do anything on there right now. I'm extremely bullish Bitcoin in the short term. I think 65 to 75 to 80,000 on the table. There is a chart that I want to look at that I'm eyeing closely when it comes to Bitcoin. But I'm extremely bullish Bitcoin. I think it should have a pretty decent move in the next week or two. A lot of YouTubers are saying that. And I'm not as convinced as they are because there's already been some really bullish news, and it's not like it's moved up huge. So until really big news comes in, or I don't know, the wind changes direction, because again, it takes a lot of money to move Bitcoin now. We're talking Bitcoin itself is over $1 trillion market cap. So again, it takes a lot to move it, but I'm short-term bullish. And if I were to do anything right now, I would want to sell covered calls on my Riot, but I think there's more upside. So I would like to see a big push in Bitcoin. And then once that happens, I'll probably sell some covered calls in Riot. Let's take a look at Mara. I do have a put spread on over there. It's currently up. I got $1. What did I get for this? So I think I got a lot of credit for this, to be honest. So let's go to overview. 330 debit. What is, that's the call that filled. Where's the put spread? So I got, man, yeah, that's crazy. I got $2.71 credit. I thought those numbers look weird. That's a lot of credit on a put spread. I don't even know that that's right. So what is that? The 35.30? Is that a roll or something? That looks so weird. So I don't know. I got a lot of credit for it. Yeah, my mid price is $1.36. I'm looking to buy it back at $1.36. So that 271, I must have done it really tight. Like Mara was probably down, and I just sold it basically at the money. Put $5 white put spread. So yeah, I YOLO'd that one. That one's currently up about, I don't know, 270, about 60 bucks. We're gonna let that one continue to simmer. Same thing. I got 200 shares of Mara. And the thing I love about these is the juice is just so juicy, right? Even right now, a $65 call. And where's my phone? The heater's turning on. I don't want it to be a sauna in here. So a $65 call, $30 away, 51 days out. I can get a $450 credit. Like, it's almost criminal not to take that even right now. But I think that's $20 away, 17% chance, right? I wouldn't mind going a bit further out. But I think Bitcoin's going to push, and I think Mara could see plus $50. I'll add some strikes, and then I'll sell a covered call. Same thing. Let's take a look at Riot. See what their juice looks like, because their juice is usually really juicy. 51 days out, $90. That's $40 away. I could sell a covered call, get $300 credit. So I have 200 shares. I could get 600. Like, this is almost easy money. Get $600 credit off my 200 shares. There's only a 10% chance currently that it's going to even touch that. So over the next 51 days, I could lower my cost basis by $3 off those 200 shares. Again, it's almost criminal for me not to take that, but I kind of want to see what's going to happen the rest of this week and into next week before I make any moves on selling some calls. I did put NEO on, I believe, last week, 324. This week, maybe. What is today? Yeah, last week, a week ago. Had it wrong for a while. That's one of the beauties of putting on put credit spreads or selling puts or selling calls. You can get it wrong and still be right. Gives you time. That's currently moving back into the positive. NEO looks like it's going back up to the... I personally think NEO could easily see sub $40. I mean, over $40 here pretty soon. I'm going to continue to let that one run. Bitcoin must be struggling right now because the Mara MicroStrategies is down. MicroStrategies is actually down quite a bit from its all-time highs, even though Bitcoin's near its all-time highs. MicroStrategy really just had it just really went buck wild in the beginning of its Bitcoin purchasing. Way overvalued, I guess, because it was all the way up to like close to over $1,300. It has pulled back to about half that level. If you want to proxy into Bitcoin, I think MicroStrategies is still a really good buy. And, you know, one of the beauties of buying MicroStrategy, it's basically like buying Bitcoin. So is Mara and Riot, and they're secured, right? So unlike Bitcoin, if the exchange goes down, you know, you're going to lose your money. If my Tastyworks goes out of business, it's insured. Sure, it's going to take me months to get it. But Bill Tucker in the house, good morning. How you doing, brother? Oh my goodness, how do I say it? Basanho? Brother, I'm sorry. Listen, we got to give you a nickname. So Bison oh no, that's horrible. What's the best coin to buy right now? Excellent question. Like, subscribe, bell button. Come on, guys. Let's hit the likes. Let's hit the subscribes. If you're in all, what's the best coin to buy right now? Let me wrap up the stocks real quickly go through my main account, and then I'll get into that. My answer really doesn't change on that. My philosophy on cryptocurrency right now is pretty set. I could throw out some ideas of some altcoins I'd buy, but if I really wanted to YOLO. But let's look at the main account real quick. don't know that I want to do much in there. So charge point, don't call it a comeback. I was down on that. Now that's open. I mean, that's up. I did a put credit spread in there. GNOG, we got a little work to do there. I'm down $56 in that put credit spread. But we got 51 days and we just need to get over $15. So if the market turns around, that should be a winner. Mara, I got Mara 100 shares over here. Same thing. I would be looking to sell a covered call. MicroStrategies, bullish put credit spread. That one's going to be down a decent amount, probably. Yeah, I'm down $290 in that trade. We got 16 days to go on this one. That's not going to be good for the good kids. We're going to need a pretty big move in the next 16 days for this one to come to fruition. It's possible. Like if Bitcoin really starts moving, this one could come into play. I almost certainly can't roll this out for a credit now. So I'm not really, I'm just going to keep this one on. We're going for a max loss or a gust from the gods. I know my max loss on this would be, man, oh, this is a $10 wide one. I really went freaking ham on this one. So my max loss on this, $10 wide, I got a $5 credit. The chicken, I don't even know if this is a thing, a chicken bullish put credit spread. So my max loss on this is $500. I'm currently down $315. I got 200 more to lose, I guess. Or I could take it off now, but I'm going for it, guys. I think Bitcoin could have a move, and we might be okay on that one. Might. If not, what would Meet Kevin say? 5 tendies? Oh, I hate that. I hate that word. 5 tendies down the drain. Anyway, Neo. Same thing. I must put the same thing on over here. I put on over in the IRA. Need this one above $39. That's only $1 away. So we got 51 days for that one. And then DM's only down $10. I got $167 credit for that. So that means on a $10 put, this one would be a max, start being a max loss below like $8.53. So we're right at that. I think NNDM is going to turn around. I'm only down $12 on that one. I think we'll be okay. And we got, like I said, 51 days on. Oh, that one's only 16 days. Let's see if I can roll this one out. We can roll this out and get a credit. So that is amazing news. Amazing news. See, this is why you want to go through your positions. Make sure you're not making mistakes. Because even though I think this one will be a winner, we got much better chance if we roll this out, get another 68-cent credit. 60, what is the math on that? That's like 5%. That's amazing, right? So 68-cent credit. I don't know if it's going to fill at that. We'll try 67. Roll that out a month. Boom, boom, boom. We're filled. I'm going to come over, go to cancel, close for profit, 50%, $1.22. Let's look at the chain. 234. I'm gonna go for a little bit more. Go for a little bit more profit. Actually, yeah, we'll just do like $1.10. A little bit more than 50%. All right. Let's see. Palantir, man, I love me some Palantir. If I was heavy into stocks right now, I would be building. Like if I say I traded more like Jeremy, you know, just buying lots of shares. This would be a stock I would be looking to build a big position in. I mean, I almost at $22. I'm almost. What kind of cash do I got over here? We got some money. You know what? I love this stock. Let's do it, man. I'm gonna buy 100 shares. Let's go. Hashtag LFG. I just bought 100 shares of that. I should at least look at what we got on the calls. So I could get it. Yep, let's do it. Let's sell a $27 covered call, lower our cost basis by about $1. So that the 100 shares I bought at $22.84, that's going to lower that down to $21.84. There's only a 22% chance, a 23% chance that this will even touch my covered call. We got that theta decay working for me. I mean, this is how it's done. Don't get married to the stocks, even though I love Palantir. Let's replace this. I want this to fill. So let's go to $1.02. That still might not fill. That was mid. Boom, boom, boom. Then we're going to come over here. You know how we do it. I'm going to close for profit 50%. Look to buy that back at half price. And if that's successful, we just took 50 cents off our 22.84 share price. What's the math on that? Like a few percent in, you know, like less than a month or two. That's done. All right, Riot down about 60 cents. Bitcoin, Bitcoin futures down 300 bucks. Tesla's moving, baby. So I put on quite a while ago something I never do. Like, this is bad mechanics, but whatever, man. I did it, right? I put on a January 2022 $250 put in Tesla. I received a $1,500 credit. That bad boy is up $680. So it has a pretty freaking good trade, man. My line of thought was, if Tesla goes to $250, I'll buy 100 shares of Tesla at $250 all day long. Easy to say, but if Tesla's $250, the world's coming to an end, and do you really have the cojones to go into something like that? So we may never see that. So what that's about, I'm going, yeah, so I do have that in. The limit price is 780. We're about 100 bucks away from that one coming in. It won't take much for Tesla to get that. Oh, I'm going to get greedy, boys and girls. All right, so let's cancel this. Oh, do I really want to do this? Yep, we're going for it. We're going to go for 75% profit. We're going to try and buy that back at 390. Because I love Tesla, man. I'm still willing to buy Tesla 100 shares. I will liquidate everything I have to be able to buy Tesla at $250 a share right now. Who wouldn't, right? But again, if that comes to fruition, how big are your cojones really? All right, Tattooed Chef, dude. I love Tattooed Chef. Don't ask me why, because I've eaten the food and I think it tastes like crap. So far I haven't eaten any of their food that I like. But man, they're filling up Targets, they're filling up Walmarts, they're filling up Costco's. It's flying off the shelves. Jeremy won't stop talking about it. You know, he's probably the biggest stock YouTuber out there. So plenty of people are buying it. They got a good management team. They do got a lot of new interesting food products like that are getting added to Target. The plant-based protein, which I'm a vegetarian, I'm very big on. That plant-based protein is getting a lot tastier and tastier. So I am looking forward to tasting some of their stuff, even though their product's a bit pricey. At the end of the day, you know, I cook up most of my food. So, oh my goodness, can you, all these weird names, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that's weird. It's just hard for me to, not weird, hard for me to pronounce. So we're just gonna call you Abracadabra. I am not being insulting. We're just light, we're just loose around here. We like to have fun. So Abduraza, bro, I am so sorry. Can you please tell me why the 24-hour trading of oil? I'm a newbie and I don't really get how to interpret it. That's an excellent question. I mean, just to keep it simple, if there's not a lot of trading volume and there's a big move, it's more like, you know, there's not a lot to it. You know what I mean? Like if Bitcoin moves a lot and the volume's lower than normal, like then you can kind of expect it to recover a lot quicker. But I mean, the same is said, like, I don't put a lot of weight into volume, to be honest. I mean, if there is a ton of volume into a stock or like crypto and it's on news, like then it's worrisome, right? Crypto is a bit different because if there's a ton of volume, it could just be whales playing games. But generally, if you see a lot of volume, especially in the stock market, it's going to be because the sentiment and the news is really bad. So if you see a lot of volume with the big price swings, then that's a lot more worrisome than like little volume and big price swings, like, you know, maybe manipulation and stuff. I don't know that I'm really an expert when it comes to all the finer details of volume and things like that. Again, I don't put a lot of weight into the volume. I just more look at And that's one of the beauties of options, man. You don't even have to put a lot of effort into looking at stock analysis, management teams. You just kind of get the market sentiment and you pick a direction, whether it's up, down, sideways, and you put on a trade, a short-term trade that has a greater than 50% chance of being profitable. And that way you don't have to spend all your time looking at charts, looking at all this data, looking at all this stuff. But me, I will look at things and I will find companies that I love and spend some time, really companies that pique my interest, like Tesla, man. I love Tesla and I know a ton about Tesla. So then I'll accumulate things like Tesla. Yeah, good to hear. So I'm almost, I don't know if you're still around, Bison. Hopefully so. I'm almost, yeah, honestly, bro, charts. I don't spend, I take that back. I spend some time on charts. I don't really put a lot of, charts to me really don't mean a whole lot. You can get some valuable data out of attendees. You can get a lot of valuable data off of it, but for the most part, whatever. I mean, charts are, that's just not the kind of trader I am. Like, I don't think there's any real big edge in charts. Charts can give you, it's a tool and it can help you make decisions and give you confidence to make trades. But I don't know that there's any real edge in charts. There are some situations, maybe like if you're like, you just know you're like expert level at all different kinds of things like Fibonacci's and all this stuff. Maybe there's an edge if you're a swing trader or a short time trader. At the end of the day, the two best ways, in my opinion, to make money in the stock market is buy good stocks, buy and hold is method one, or learn how to sell options, whether it's, learn how to sell premium, and then a mix and match of both, right? And that's what I do, and then you can also learn how to trade futures to hedge your position. And that's part of some of my news I'm pretty excited about. We'll get that in a second. If you're day trading, that's about it. Yeah. So I look at charts. Like, I like to see, it just kind of gives you an idea. Is this support, this resistance, Fibonacci? So like, there is one chart on the Bitcoin I do want to get to that I am fascinated by, and I'm paying a very close eye to it. I think it's pretty important. Anyway, let's wrap this up. We're almost done on the stocks, and then we can spend as much time as you guys want on anything. Yeah, bro, day trading is not like 98% of people will fail at day trading. And there's a lot of bad channels out there when it comes to stocks, a lot of them. In my opinion, if you would, in my opinion, don't watch YouTubers, period, right? Even if that means you don't watch me, you'd probably be better off. But there are some good channels out there, I think mine might be pretty good because and there are some other ones like Jeremy, man. Like, obviously that guy's, he's only been in the game for like 10 years and his method works, right? Like, I like how he trades. It's not necessarily my style. And typically I'll be like, man, you don't want to, like Meet Kevin. I don't want to pile on poor Meet Kevin. The guy's obviously a very smart person. He knows a lot about the economy. He knows a lot about current news. But the dude has only been trading for, not that long, right? And he kind of lauds himself as this stock expert. And like some of the stuff he says and some of the ways he trades with margin and going on loans, I'm like, he is, a day may come where he may get his face melted off, right? And it takes a long time to learn a lot of this stuff, patience, trading, right? Like, and it's easy because he's got all this YouTube money coming in and all this other money coming in. So, oh man, the market goes down and I lose several $1 million. Who cares? Yeah, YouTube money's like, and don't get me wrong. I don't know how much of his YouTube money goes to expenses, how big of a team he's got, or what kind of expenses he has. And I like Meet Kevin. I like some of his content, but and it's same when it comes to Big Boy, right? Like, Big Boy has a lot of good content, but I don't like some of the things they sensationalize. Like, Meet Kevin will tell you not to trade on margin, but he won't shut up about how much margin he has, right? So obviously that's going to influence people. Big Boy, I don't like, he has a lot of good content, but I don't like the fact that he sensationalized leverage trading. These are all things, margin and leverage trading, that are going to cost way more harm than good. That you might have a handful of people that crush it, get lucky. And I would say even that handful of people, eventually they're going to get their face melted off, right? And I just hate to see that, versus just immediately the greater percentage of people are just going to get their face melted off. And it's easy, man. You see your people like Crypto Face, you know, people are posting in his Discord, oh, I just made this amount on the trade, and I just made this amount. Good for you, man. Like, I've been there. Like, I've crushed. Like, I was an idiot back like 10 or so years ago. I thought I was a stud trading futures. One day I walk in, I'm trading these freaking E-mini S&P contracts with this firm in Chicago. They just, like, you could, the amount of leverage they gave you was insane. I had like $2,000 in the account, and like 3 or 4 or 5 contracts long, right? Like, that's insane. That is $2,000 at the time, probably controlling several $100,000 worth of notional value. And like, my first trade, successful, made several $1,000s. Next trade, boom. Oh, I'm sorry, your account just got liquidated, Tom, right? Like, and it's because I was down. The account got liquidated and then it recovered, right? But that's the name of the game, and it's no different when it comes to cryptocurrency. Anyway, ran off. Let's wrap this up. Tattooed Chef got 100 shares, man. I love me some Tattooed Chef. I got a bullish put credit spread on. How are we doing on that one? That one's down a little. We got 16 days to go on that. We're gonna need a little bit of help from that one. Let's see if we can roll that one out for a credit. I doubt we can. We can. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's go. Again, being wrong, rolling it out for a credit, extending duration, extending your time. It was already better than a 50% chance of success going into it. And now I'm going to, oh wait. Yep. All right, so we're going to cancel that. We're going to roll this out. I'm going to go a month out. 18-cent credit. Probably get about, we'll go for 16. Mid saying 15. We'll go 14. Add 14 cents to it. Probably have to roll that down another penny or two. That's fine with me. A credit is a credit. We're extending duration. I'm bullish. I think Tattooed Chef, as long as the market's going up, Tattooed Chef is going to go up. You know, that's what I say. All right, so where are we at? This one, let's replace. Let's go 13. I don't want to spend a bunch of time on this, so let's get that filled. Come on, boom, 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 boom. Still not filled. All right, we'll give her one more penny. I'll be surprised at that. All right, I'm gonna let that one simmer and I'll deal with that later. We got the small account. The small account is basically, I got an AMD put credit spread on. That one's down $12. We got 16 days to go. Can I roll that one out for a credit? I can. I love it. Very bullish AMD for so many reasons, crypto being one of them. All right, so we're going to roll this out and get a 28-cent credit on a $2.50 wide, which is freaking amazing. All right, boom, boom, boom. Nope. Let's roll that down another penny. Oh, now the mid saying 10 cent. What is going on? You know what? That's fine. Credit's a credit. Let's get it. Let's get it in the books. There must be some bit. Oh, back to 29. All right, let's put this in for like 25. I don't got time for you. Just all right. We're gonna let that fill. I'll come back to that. So the rest of the positions are Bitcoin, which is very interesting. I've only put $250 into Bitcoin so far. I did that on 3/3, like 2-3 weeks ago, and it's already up $85 versus you can make money in Bitcoin at 58,000 versus the little over 3 full Ethereum that I put in over the last like 2 months, and it's only up $530, right? So this is an account I talk about all the time. I put $2,500 into it at the beginning of October. This account's currently sitting at over 7,000, I believe. I put $250 a month. I just put in my $250 for April. And I got some money to play with. I'm not sure what I want to do. Yeah, I am. I'm just going to buy some more freaking Bitcoin. How much money do I have? So cash, day trade. I got $500. Bitcoin's down a bit. I think Bitcoin's going to move. We're going to buy 500 of Bitcoin. Count does not have, what the F, man? What the F? All right, so we'll just do the 250. It should have that. Boom, boom, boom. We just added $250 of Bitcoin. 0.014. That's going to be worth like $20 million here pretty soon, right? All right, let's get over to cryptocurrency and let me check up with the questions real quick. So the chart I'm looking at on Bitcoin has this log growth curve on it. I've been eyeing this. I've been meaning to talk about it, but I've kept forgetting. No, my strategies, I wouldn't say my strategy, like part of my strategy is like Warren Buffett, buy and hold. I don't know that Warren Buffett necessarily does a lot of option selling premium. They probably sell a lot of puts, and so I don't know what they do when it comes to options. There was an interview where he asked what he think. I will say that he has the expression, sell or be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. I do try and adhere to that, and that plays off really well in the cryptocurrency market, except for when there has been a time when everyone's fearful in cryptocurrencies. There's a good reason, because it's going down. No, brother, I am very legit. Be sure to hit that like. Be sure to hit that subscribe. I've stopped watching most YouTubers. I still watch them some. Like the Millennial Money. I don't know if you guys watch the Millennial Money show. That's actually really good. And even though, like I said, Jeremy's generally not my trading style just because I implement a lot of options and he doesn't. That guy is definitely someone I highly recommend listening to. Andre's actually really good too. He has a lot of really good insight on cryptocurrency, to be honest. I'm actually impressed with his knowledge in cryptocurrency. There was an interview where he was asked what he thinks the market. He just told them, I have, yeah, man, I have no idea too. And that's one of the beauties of picking options. I mean, trading options, you just kind of pick a direction and you can still win if you're right. All right, let's make sure I haven't missed anything. All right. So this logarithmic growth curve is something I stumbled on, and I really do like it a lot. And it kind of shows you, this is where we are now, right? So this is the 50 level. It's basically Fibonacci stuff. And this is the 50 level, and this is we are above it. It did kind of hang around this Fibonacci growth curve right here, butting up against it. Going up, going down, going up and around, right? Like, again, I don't put a lot of, this just a tool. And this is just data based off what's happened in the past. That being said, I do believe if there's a huge explosion in the Bitcoin, there's going to be a much bigger pullback. I'm leaning towards and hoping towards it's a nice, slow, steady move up. And there is this support resistance line that it's, the trend is your friend. Again, there's some useful tools. And so for a long time, this was support, and then it dipped below, and it's now kind of showing as resistance, and we're not sure we're going to go. But this growth curve is very interesting to me because the peak of this growth curve is around $150,000 by the end of the year. So Bitcoin like skyrocketing to 300, 400, 500,000. I guess it's possible, but I start getting really scary. If it starts hitting this top of this growth curve right here at any point in the future, and even if it goes above some of these lines, you got to start getting nervous. But I did go back and I looked at, and again, the data is only 10 years. So I mean, this could change based on how this cycle goes. But if you go back and you look at the first bull cycle, you can see it did top out up here. And this one happened really quick. So especially once it broke above the 50 fib, let's see how quickly this happened. It busted above, kind of hovered around. It might have dipped below it again a little. Let's really zoom in on this. I think All right, so it did go above, it did go back down, and then it pushed above it really quick, right? It went from $100 to $227. Again, we're talking about the amount of money that made this happen is way different than we're talking about now. Just for Bitcoin itself to double right now, $1 trillion has to come into it. But once this broke above, actually, this broke up. This is a even earlier cycle. So let's look at this one. It busted above, came back down, and then blasted through it. So we'll look at it from there. And that one was quick, man. It took 38 days, and it went 461%. Let's go over here and look at the 2017. See how this one looks. And same thing, it kind of busted above, kind of came back down, and then just blew its top off. I'm going to start right here where it held above it. And it happened quick again. We're talking, what is that, 330% over 68 days, so a little over 2 months. Fast forward to where we are now, it seems like it is taking a bit longer. Did we do the same thing? This is, all right, so that's way down at the bottom. So we did bust above, we did come back down, now we're back above it. So for me, if we saw a crazy move up to this, dude, I'm probably selling. Like my goal is to make it to long term. But if we go, like if we blast off to 120,000 to 130,000 by like even September, that's nervy time unless this curve changes. But as it is right now, it's taking longer. And we'll start, so far it's holding above it, right? So we're already at 57 days and we're about 58% from when it blasted above it. So again, this doesn't mean history is going to repeat itself, but this up here, like if Bitcoin does make a huge move in a really like couple weeks, month, and we find ourselves up at 130,000 at May, I'm not saying I'm taking it all off the table, but I'm definitely considering profits. Scott, good morning. How are you doing? That is an excellent question, and I have most of my links down below. Binance, I really like Binance. I don't know, I'm assuming you're in the US. Binance.us is really good. They have the best fees, especially if you trade with Binance. You can buy some BNB, and I'm very bullish on BNB. I'll pull up my crypto. Let's pull up my crypto portfolio so you guys can look at it. I am very transparent on this channel. I always have been. I've always shown you what I do in the stock market. And this is a spreadsheet of mostly everything I have. And I will, sometimes I actually show my accounts, like how much I have in BlockFi, how much I have staked in Daedalus. And so I prove it too from time to time. And if you ever, like, if anyone ever calls me out, I'll pull up my iPhone and show you. So Binance, oh man, this is such a complicated question because I have multiple. And there's reasons to have multiple, but then you got to manage multiple. So I am a network engineer. Let me give you some security advice. This is how I do it. I have an email account that is nothing but my bank accounts and my crypto exchanges and my stock accounts. And I don't use that for anything else. I have a YubiKey attached to it. If you don't have a YubiKey, be sure to, like I use Bitwarden to manage my passwords, very long passwords, and then Google Authenticator. So in order to even get into my email account, it's gonna, first of all, you're gonna have to find out what that account is, and that's not gonna be easy to do, right? And then you're gonna have to get through several layers of security. I pay for the Bitwarden. It's only like 14 bucks a year, and it encrypts your data because it is in the cloud. So from a security standpoint, I highly recommend you set all this stuff up. And then that way you can monitor, because it's easy to, like I have my Gmail account, it's just all this BS is just constantly coming into it. But I can easily switch over to my one that has all my stuff on it, and I can be like, man, this is important. Stay on top of it, things like that. I use Binance.us. That's one of my favorites. They have the best fees. Takes an extremely long time to get your identity, know your customer. Like I think they're weeks behind right now. They have a lot of coins on there. They're adding coins. You can stake on there. So I like that one a lot. I like Voyager a lot. They have kind of no fees, I guess, but I think their bid ask is a little off. So Voyager's really good. Both of them allow you to easily set up recurring purchases. I'm currently doing I was using all my recurring purchases on Binance, but I moved it over to Voyager because one of my big coins that I love is Polkadot. Voyager has Polkadot where Binance doesn't. And for the most part, the fees are nominal when it comes to those two. So those two are probably two of my favorites. I also really like Kraken a lot. Kraken has a lot of coins. Kraken's a pain in the ass because you have to do wire transfers or buy your crypto elsewhere and transfer it over. They don't have an ACH as far as I know. But they have Polkadot on there, and that's where the majority of my Polkadot is. You get 12% on that. You can buy Kusama, get 12%. They have Flow over there. I keep missing the boat. I should have bought Flow, but I'm at a point right now where I really don't have a lot of money to buy Flow. And I don't want to deal with like buying Ethereum, transferring it over, converting it to Flow because it's a tax event, right? I'm trying to get into long-term capital gains right now. And there's ways I could do it. I could buy USDC on Binance, transfer my USDC over, pay freaking fees, convert it to USD and buy Flow, I guess. But to me, I just, whatever, man. I don't care anymore. I'm done with you, Flow, even though I think you're going to be amazing. Because Flow is freaking hard to buy, right? Especially in the United States. If you're outside of the United States, I think it's on Binance. So there you go, man. That's a coin I love. I think they just announced like Will Smith and not Ice Cube. Michael Jordan are getting in. I think they invested in Flow, right? So who knows, man? Like a Michael Jordan like Flow card, that would be some because the NBA Top Shots is insane, man. I just bought a pack for $9. I got in line, bought the pack, super excited to open it like a little kid, but I won't even get it for like 3 weeks, right? It's bringing my youth back. So there you go, Voyager, Kraken, and then I have Coinbase. I mean, it's good to have Coinbase. One thing I do like about Coinbase is the Coinbase cold wallet. So it's a completely different app. It's just like MetaMask. You can install it on your phone. You can install it as a browser extension. The Coinbase cold wallet works with Uniswap. And within the Coinbase cold wallet, you can click on the coin and then hit the little, like the 3 dots and then hit convert. And so it integrates with 1inch and there's tons of different coins on there that you can buy or sell. So like I've looked at it and I've considered buying Chili's, another coin I like a lot that I don't own, but I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm not really looking to buy any more altcoins other than I'm dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, Ethereum. Decentraland is my favorite altcoin, Cardano and Polkadot, right? And this is what I have now. This is what I have. And I'm just, about $500 a month. I'm dollar cost averaging into what I just said. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, and Decentraland. The Decentraland is what I've hitched my wagon up to. I think that's the altcoin. I only put like $100 a month into that one. If I ever have any spare cash or I'm like, I don't eat out or whatever, and I save $20, I'm like, let's go buy some more Decentraland or something, right? So again, the Coinbase cold wallet is actually really useful utility. Voyager overwhelmed with new account. Yeah, I don't know. That's really weird, man. I don't think I have a referral link down below on that. I've been too lazy to put it in. But I texted it over to my buddy and he got same few hours he got in. It took them the next day to even approve my account. And then there was a problem with my KYC and that took weeks. So I don't know. I guess it's hit or miss on that. I guess you're just going to have to wait it out. That's what I did. And it really soured me on Voyager, right? It really did. But then once I started using it, it's a pretty cool app. I don't like the way the numbers, they flash and spin. And it's just like annoying, man. But other than that, it's a great app. There's a few things I don't like about it. Like to transfer your coins out, you kind of have to hit some weird key combos and go to a menu versus just having it on there. I feel like that's kind of like they're making that difficult because obviously they don't want people to take liquidity off their thing, but whatever. It's a great app. I also have Gemini. Gemini is good. They have, so it's good to have all these just so that you, like, there might be a coin that you hear ahead of time that you know is coming to like Gemini or Coinbase, or like you hear it's coming to Coinbase and it's really hard to buy, but it's on Gemini, and you're like, well, you know, Coinbase is probably going to pump it, so you can go get it. I mean, Gemini is really good too, but their fees. So Gemini and Coinbase are really good, but their fees are too high. Coinbase Pro, apparently the fees are really good. I don't use those much, but Gemini does have some cool stuff. Like, that's where I put a lot of my Decentraland, because you can earn 2% interest, or 1.8. But now I think Voyager has it too, so I may end up moving it all over there. But who knows? Something may come along with Gemini. Celsius is another one. See, I mean, I have all these, and then now you got to worry about where all your crap's at, right? But for the most part, all, and this may change too, BlockFi, I didn't mention BlockFi. All my Bitcoin, or like 95% of my Bitcoin's in BlockFi, and about 95% of my Ethereum's in BlockFi, earning interest. And I like the fact that they're insured. But I have about 1.7 Bitcoin on BlockFi, and they just changed it that you earn like 5 or 6% on your Bitcoin, up to 1 Bitcoin. Anything after that's 2%. So I'm probably going to move some or all of it to Voyager, because I don't think Voyager has a cap, and they pay either the same percent or a little bit more. Thing is who knows how long Voyager is going to do that. But so I may move my BlockFi over to Voyager. And one of the things I do like about Voyager over BlockFi is Voyager is much more liquid. If I need to liquidate my Bitcoin and get it off there, it could take days, where I think Voyager is like basically instantly. So again, I'm really starting to really like Voyager a lot. I have heard their CEO talk on Meet Kevin a couple of times. He seems like he's pretty put together, a lot better than the Robinhood Vlad guy, right? So anyway, I do like that one a lot. All right, let's wrap this up. One thing I meant to mention, and I didn't, I'm pretty excited about. Most people may not be. Let's see if I can find the window on that. I was looking at the liquidations, man. There was a move today. It got liquidated. So this came out yesterday, the CME, and hopefully it's going to be on Tastyworks. I'm really excited about this. A micro Bitcoin future. It's going to be 1/10 the size. I'm really excited about this because it lets me hedge my Bitcoin if I want to. Like, if I think Bitcoin's going to dump, I can come over here and short 1 or 2 Bitcoin futures and just kind of hedge my Bitcoin long, my Bitcoins that I don't want to sell. I don't know. Oh, my tattooed chef finally rolled forward. So I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully they'll get on that on Tastyworks in May. And I can also use it to, like, I feel like going long Bitcoin. It's only $5,000, so if Bitcoin goes up 1,000, you can make $200, right? It's not big money. It's like anti-leverage trading, but you can still hedge. You can still efficient use of capital if you want to go long. Versus the current Bitcoin future, which I did yellow at the beginning of the year because I didn't want to miss the move, and I was an idiot, I guess, but it paid off handsomely. This Bitcoin future is 5-to-1 leverage. I go long this. That's 5 Bitcoin coins you're going long. That's $300,000 in notional value. And I think the capital to go long a Bitcoin future is 40 grand. So for 40 grand, you can control $300,000 in Bitcoin. Yeah, check them out. You're welcome, Scott. Again, Binance and Voyager are probably my favorites. Binance is really good, especially from a fee standpoint. And they got other stuff going on with the BNB, the Binance Smart Chain. I'm very bullish Binance, Pancake Swap. I do see a lot of stuff coming with Binance. So let's see where the market is. Ooh, the NASDAQ is now up 207. Crash is off, boys and girls. Crash is off. I'm officially, I don't know. Is this a dead cat bounce? Yeah, I have no idea. Again, I've been saying the past couple days, the weather's getting nice. The vaccines are getting out there. People are champing at the bit to go out and spend all this money they saved. So in the short term, I think we can see a rally in the market. I don't want to see what I don't want to see is more of this. Like this is where the chart is useful. This is an insane run up. I've mentioned it numerous times. You go all the way back to the .com. It looks very similar. Even this dead cat bounce this bad boy had, right? So all this stuff is still in play. Like this could be, we're up right now. This could go back down, even down to like 20-30%. We get dead cat bounce back up and then just boom, right? Like, so just be careful in the markets. Covered calls, lots of option strategies will help protect you. Your long-term stuff that you got faith in, things like that. So what I don't want to see personally is this thing take back off up to the moon, back above like even this trend line right here, because it's just too steep. It's just too steep, right? And it eventually it can't sustain this, right? There's just no market, Bitcoin or stocks that can just go basically straight up. All right, I'll be back 6:25 a.m. PST, 5 minutes for the market open. Talk stocks, futures, options, and cryptocurrency. Love you guys. Peace.